Hello everyone, today we're going to configure PAP and CHAP or PPP PAP and CHAP. So when you are going to configure PAP and CHAP to know which routers are connecting to your router, the main router. That's basically the only reason why you would use PPP, PAP and CHAP. PPP is point-to-point protocol, in which it is basically a way to connect routers to each other. And PAP and CHAP are security measures for that. Since you want to know, you don't want anyone to just connect their router. That will be bad, especially in your company. Anyone can connect their router and mess up with your network, interfering with your business. So it is best practice to use PAP or CHAP. PAP is basically sending a plain text password to your main router or whichever router it is, and of course allowing it. And of course, if you are going to configure your routers, you're going to put some passwords in it anyway. However, so you might be asking, why do it redundantly? It's because the more secure you cannot ever have too much security. That's basically it. There are some scripts that if you have only one password, and it will be easily decrypted. It can easily be hacked. However, if you have multiple passwords or security measures, it will slow them down and eventually may make them to give up, or you will be able to catch them before they do any damage to your system. So that's about it. It's good actually. So right now I'm just copying the basic commands at every basic configuration for every router. You can check this out. So I put some password. I've disabled the login service commands. Oh yeah, copied it. Damn. Right clicking things too much. You should already know that there's nothing special there. Okay. Now since I will be making the router 2 as our DCE, so that's what we're going to configure first. We're going to configure PAP first. So I'm going to change the host name of this router to be DCE, and that's about it. I already put the password here, so I'm going to put the username for our PAP, which I will be writing DTE1. Both of these are data and terminals, with the password of just pass. I'll never use this password again. But for our cases, this should suffice. After which, since we are connecting in one, by the way, PPP is connected via one, via serial interface. So you must use the DCA and DTE. There is a protocol for Ethernet, which is called POE, which is basically just over Ethernet. So that we're going to configure the interface serial which we are connected to the DTE1. We're going to add an IP address 10.0.0.1 with a mask of 24.255.0. After which we are going to now configure the PPP. Forget, no shutdown, as always, encapsulation PPP. So PPP PAP authentication. Authentication. Damn it. PPP it's other way around. Authentication PAP PPP PAP sent. We are going to send our credentials to the DTE1. So we're going to do DCE. I'm going to put pass again in our DTE1 later after I configured it. And since this is our DCE, I'm gonna have to add 5,600. Or you could add any rate you want, as long as it's here. Now that's finished. If you try to configure DCE with a gigabit interface or fast interface, you can. So you're going to have to use PPPoE. Okay then, and we're going now to configure the DTE side. So do the same thing. Change it properly. We're going to change it to DTE1 so that our DCE can recognize it using PAP. We're going to add the username for our DCE so we can connect from our DCE to DTE later. And password of pass must be the same with the first one, okay? Must be the same with this one, or else we won't be able to connect because we're adding the users into our router 1, our DTE 1. Okay, we're going to configure the interface that's connected to router 2. If it's in a multi-link or multi-group, you only need to configure the multi-link or multi-group. It's job. Okay, now no shot. IP add of 10.0.0.2 2.5.2.5.2.5.0. Encapsulation the same. PAP authentication. You can check. We can use CHAP, EAP, MS-CHAP version 2, and PAP. We're going to use PAP. PPP PAP. Now we're going to send our credentials to PPP. Yeah, set our credentials to our DCE, which means we're going to the DTE1. Our host name, the password is pass end. So that we can check, I'm going to configure the logging console to be on. Annoying, but we need this. And then the debug PPP authentication on. Wait, I don't need. Yep, there we have it. So if I tell it to show PPP proto, aha, it's running. There's another way. Show IP interface brief. Our serial is up, our interface is up, our protocol is also up. Basically, how you check it. Now, if you try to shut it down, turn it on turn it on again, push this one, shut, no, shut, and show interface brief, show IP interface brief. Yep, the protocol is down. This protocol is still up. Up. See, the protocol is now down. Did I put the logging console on? On logging console. Yeah, it's on. There's nothing wrong with it. It's up. However, protocol here is down, so we're going to recheck our configuration. Hostname, yes, username. Username DCE, password is pass, interface serial /0, IP address of, yeah, I already have that IP address, no shot, 0, no shot, encapsulation PPP out PPP PAP PPP PAP and DTE1 with the password of pass and show IP interface here. They're up. We should be having a message here. Yep, this is what I wanted to do. So we've changed the line protocol here in 0 to 0 up. In September 16, using default call direction, treating connection at the date time, using hostname, we have a using hostname from interface PAP, using password from interface PAP. Your zero ID is then from DCE. However, we have for successfully have a authentication reward ID1 length from DTE1. So here we have successfully received it. It asks for the username, said that the DTE1 sent a PAP login request, and it's successfully sent the password pass. As you can see. Now, why is it not? Why did they do CHAP if this already worked? Because it just sent the password pass in plain text, which means that anyone with Wireshark can potentially know the password and the host name, and therefore it will be hacked once you're maybe using a switch or another router. Once it tapped into our serial connection, yeah, whatever was being sent can be easily retrieved. So that's why we're going to CHAP. So we're adding multi-link here. Oh, wait, you want to check if the connection is alright. Then that's 0.0.1. This is yes, this one. Up. Show IP route. We are locally connected. Show IP route. We're locally connected to 10.0.2 route. We're going to configure CHAP now. So if we're going to configure CHAP, let's go again to our TCE. You don't need to configure the clock rate. Actually, we do, but we don't need to configure it because we're going to be using multi-link. So let's do this. So usually when you're going to use multi-link, you're going to have to use two or more interfaces, because that's the reason you're using multi-link. But I'm just going to configure one. I'm lazy like that. So connect. What you do to this router, you will do the other router. So interface 2/1 is encapsulate interface SE 2/1. Encapsulate it to PPP. There we go. That's basically it. Now then you exit it. Then you make the multi-link 1 in our case. Now shut it or turn it on. Encapsulate of PPP. Exit. Once again, go to SE 2/1. You will have to add the bandwidth. Let's add 2048. You will put it into the multi-link that we've just added. Group 1. You can't put the interface into multiple multi-links. You can only put it into one. If you add the interface to another multi-link group, it will remove the first one and go to the second one or the current one. So there it is. And exit. Do the same with the other one. GNS3. So what was the interface again? To the station interfaces to SE2 1. Where we have it. So we're already here. I'm going to put you capsulation PPP. Let's try to add a bandwidth 2048 and PPP multi-link group 1. Yep, I haven't added it yet. Interface multi-link 1 was shut. Did I add a? I don't think I've added. You have something yet? No. Later, no shut. We're going to put it into PPP encapsulation. Exit. Go back to interface SE2/1. And we have PPP multi-link of GR1. And I'm going to show the interface multi-link. Check it out. And you're There we are. It's running, but it is multilink is down. Line protocol is down. I'm gonna PLW. Yeah, it's down. So IP interface brief. Yep, forgot to turn it on. NFT interface. Link 1. Push it, and this should be able to make our. Still down. Made a mistake. However, and show IP interface brief. All down. I think I know what I forgot. Interface SE /0 1 shot and go IP interface brief. There we go. So I'm gonna put down here, go on FT. This is /1 shut and so yeah, it's up. As you can see, interface mode can change to up. Line protocol on interface mode 1 changed to up. We are now on. So let's use the previews. Show multilink 1. So wait, since multilink is an interface. Yep, we are up. If you want to use advanced stuff, PW, you can see that we are our MTU is 1000 bytes, our bandwidth is 2048 kilobits per second, our DLY is 20,000. There, finish. Now then, let's add some authentication and compression configuration. Okay, let's add it. So ConnFT. Yeah, just add the username of TTE2 and the password of pass. We already have an enabled secret pass. Okay, let's go to interface multilink. Multilink. PPP authentication. CHAP. Compressed stack. IP address of 200.0.0.1, 2.5.2.5.2.5.0. So we're getting a lot of information right now, and I'm going to read it later. We haven't put it yet here. There's no such thing as DTE2, so we're going to add a DTE2 here. Name of DTE2. We're going to add DCE here. DCE, password of pass. So interface of multilink 1. Just do the same with the other one. PPP authentication. CHAP. Compressed stack. As you remember, I didn't put some clock rate in our DCE. It's fine. Will still work. 2. There we have it.
Yeah, we're going.
Okay, yeah, understand. Yeah, I know. Show interface multilink link 1. Yeah. So you can see using default call direction, treating connection as the data line. Yes, it is. System CHAP. So one channel ID that's from DTE2. So send authentication request, receive send notification request passed. Same. Using hostname from configure hostname, using password from AAAC. It's not indicate what's our password. And there we have it. We have successfully connected them with PPP and CHAP, PAP and CHAP. So show interfaces multi-link. No, we already did that. How about show PPP proto? So this is the protocols we have now here. The most important thing anyway is this one, LCP. So we can also show PPP stat. This is statuses. Link at state. We have no authenticated processes, which is fine. If I suddenly turn it off, it's already renegotiated. That's basically it. That's how you configure PPP and CHAP. If you want, you can already telnet to them. Telnet to 200.0.0.2. Haha, too much. And enable which pass. Yep, you can telnet them. Telnet to 200.0.0.1. Pass and pass. One's for the CHAP, the others for the router itself. How about SSH? Yeah, I didn't configure that. CCE BTE1. It's basically, I haven't included the SSH server yet. That's thank you. That's how you CHAP and PAP. See you next time.